Amazon AI exec's career advice: pick up your phone. Gen Z's telephobia crisis. Gen Z joblessness and phone anxiety, how voice notes can help. Amazon AI exec's career advice: pick up your phone. Gen Z's telephobia crisis. Sometimes, a single decision can change your life, and that's exactly what happened for one of Amazon's top AI leaders. Imagine your entire career soaring simply because you answered a phone call. This isn't just a neat anecdote, it's the real-life story of Rohit Prasad, whose journey from head scientist for Alexa to leading Amazon's AI team, reporting directly to CEO Andy Jassy, began with an unexpected ring. Back in 2013, Prasad received a call that would redefine his career. At the VivaTech event in Paris, he recalled how he had no idea what the project was about when Amazon reached out. They mentioned a groundbreaking initiative being led by none other than former CEO Jeff Bezos, which instantly piqued his curiosity. "I had no idea what was coming," he explained. Deep down, he recognized that if he had let the phone ring, that career-defining opportunity might have vanished forever. It turned out that his impressive research on far-field speech recognition had caught the attention of Amazon's team. They were particularly interested in his experience with cutting-edge R&D projects in the DARPA space, a perfect match for their ambitious plans in artificial intelligence. Prasad's experience highlights a powerful message: success can sometimes hinge on a mix of preparedness and a bit of luck. His advice for today's Gen Z professionals is straightforward yet profound: focus on what you can control, sharpen your skills, and when opportunity calls, answer without hesitation. Prasad humbly notes that his growth was not merely the result of being exceptionally smart. Instead, he believes the wisest person in any room is the one who always remains curious and eager to learn. His simple mantra? Be passionate, be curious, and yes, pick up that phone. But here's where it gets controversial. While Prasad's story is a testament to seizing opportunities, many young professionals today, particularly those in Gen Z, are suffering from what some call telephobia. Recent studies have shown that about 1 in 4 young workers is so anxious about phone calls that they routinely ignore them, even when the call comes from a familiar number. The situation worsens in professional contexts, where research indicates nearly 67% of office workers under 34 avoid answering work-related calls due to anxiety. This trend has even led to a reputation among Gen Z for ghosting potential employers, despite the very real challenges of unemployment in the current job market. The reluctance to answer the phone has grown to such an extent that Britain's Office for National Statistics was forced to scrap important employment data because young people simply wouldn't pick up. Darren Morgan, Director of Economic Statistics Production and Analysis at the ONS, points to the pervasive influence of the internet and social media as major factors distracting young people from engaging in traditional communication. This is not just a local issue, it's emerging as a global phenomenon. In response, some institutions are taking inventive steps to combat this trend. For example, a college in the UK has introduced classes specifically designed to help students overcome their fear of phone calls. The idea is to show that not every call spells bad news. In fact, a simple ring could unlock a world of opportunity. Prasad isn't the only executive to have his career transformed by an unexpected call. For instance, Jeroen Temmerman, CEO of GHD, was offered a life-changing position when he wasn't even job hunting, and Bob Iger found his way back to Disney after a timely call persuaded him to return. These examples serve as a powerful reminder: sometimes, opportunities don't arrive neatly boxed in a calendar invite, they simply ring, and you need to answer. So, we ask you, does your apprehension about answering the phone hold you back from potential opportunities? Have you ever missed out on an important chance because you hesitated to pick up? Perhaps it's time to rethink those habits in an era where a single call can indeed be the catalyst for major career advances. Share your thoughts. Do you agree that the power of a phone call is underestimated, or do you think modern technology has rendered this skill obsolete? And as you mull over these questions, Don't miss exploring the 2025 Fortune 500 ranking. Gen Z joblessness and phone anxiety, how voice notes can help. What if the next big break you're waiting for is just a phone call away? Yet millions of Gen Z job seekers are actively avoiding calls, leaving opportunities and careers on hold. This isn't just about shyness, it's a full-blown crisis of communication, and experts are sounding alarms. But here's the twist: the solution might be simpler than you think. Let's dive into why this generation is struggling with phone anxiety and how mastering one small skill could turn their fortunes around. And yes, this is the part where most people miss the bigger picture. Asterisk asterisk, is it really the calls that matter, or the fear itself? Asterisk asterisk. Consider the stories of industry leaders who built their empires on a single ringtone. Rohit Prasad, Amazon's AI visionary, owes his meteoric rise to an unexpected call in 2013. When Amazon reached out to lead the Alexa project, he admits he had no idea what the future held, and if he'd ignored that phone, his career might have taken a completely different path. That call changed everything, he told Fortune at Viva Tech. Jeroen Temmerman, CEO of GHD, and Bob Iger, Disney's second-in-command, share similar tales. Career-defining opportunities arrived unannounced, demanding a simple yes. But for Gen Z, these moments are becoming ghosts of the past. Why the disconnect? A staggering 67% of under 34-year-olds avoid work calls entirely, according to recent surveys. The UK's Office for National Statistics even scrapped critical employment data because young job seekers were too elusive to track. Universities are now offering classes to teach students how to handle phone conversations, a skill once considered basic. But what's fueling this modern-day telephobia? Maxted Neal, a psychology professor at Hult International Business School, explains, phone calls today are mentally linked to high-stakes situations, bad news, urgent matters, or life-altering decisions. For Gen Z, who grew up texting and swiping, the spontaneity of a call feels terrifying. But here's where it gets controversial. Is phone anxiety a generational flaw, or is it a symptom of a broken system? Critics argue that employers often misuse calls to deliver rejection emails, reinforcing negative associations. Others counter that Gen Z is simply rejecting outdated communication methods in favor of